And because of the cold, extreme cold, they have the same that we do. I personally asked President Putin not to fire on Kiev and the cities and towns for a week during this. It's extraordinary. It's not just like cold, it's extraordinary cold, record-setting cold. Over there too, they're having the same. It's a big pile of bad weather, the worst. But it was, it really, they said they've never experienced cold like that. And I personally asked President Putin not to fire into Kiev and the various towns for a week. And he agreed to do that. And I have to tell you, it was very nice. A lot of people said, don't waste the coal, you're not going to get that. And he did it, and we're very happy that they did it.
That's correct.
Because on top of everything else, that's not what they need, is missiles coming into their towns and cities. So I just thought I should say it. I thought it was a very good thing. And Ukraine was, almost they didn't believe it, but they were very happy about it, because they are struggling badly.
Естественно, мы видели эти заявления. Здесь первое в этом контексте, конечно, нужно обратить внимание на то, что Запорожская атомная станция уже более 2 лет находится под контролем Российской Федерации. И здесь один вопрос. Означает ли это, что киевский режим собирается с боями пытаться отбить эту атомную электростанцию? И собирается ли он атаковать атомную электростанцию? Вот. А что касается Донбасса, то динамика на фронте говорит сама за себя. И здесь больше вряд ли стоит что-то добавлять.
Breaking news, the White House now says that Ukraine and Russia have agreed to a ceasefire covering the Black Sea and energy infrastructure. But there are conflicting statements on the details coming out of Kiev and Moscow. NBC's Danielle Hamamdjian joins us now. Help us to understand what has been agreed to after those U.S.-led talks in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, Chris, the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov had previously said a new deal on the Black Sea was possible, but that it would come with strict conditions. Among Russia's concerns, that Ukraine would use empty ships to deliver weapons. What do the Russians say now, and what do they get in return? The Americans have agreed to restore Moscow's access to international markets for its agricultural products. You'll remember that back in 2022, when the war started, sanctions were imposed, market access was denied, and so the U.S. is now saying it will help free up markets for Russia. Moscow also saying, however, the agreement will only go into effect when sanctions are lifted on some of its banks. Ukraine, which is also on board, says that any Russian vessel moving beyond the eastern Black Sea will be considered a violation of this deal. On the surface, this appears to be, if I can put it this way, the grain deal 2.0. That deal, struck back in 2022, allowed Ukraine to export its grain in exchange for the lifting of restrictions on some Russian exports. But that deal fell apart in 2023. So it's a restoration of this agreement, Chris, with a few tweaks. Both sides have also agreed to, quote, develop measures to halt strikes on each other's energy facilities. It's a very convoluted way to say we're not there yet. We're going to keep talking until we come up with a plan.